A surprise at the gym in Pokemon Tempest, episode 12. You know, maybe after this week, I'll start doing 2 a day, just to get them out a little faster.
Just to give you a quick recap, in the last few episodes,
I get the science and magic faster.
A bit of a disruption with their plan to create a resort known as
I only say starting next week, just,
seemingly,
you know,
the island itself
to get back to the even numbers.
their presence, causing a storm that washed them away. And in that storm, you and Cass fought a Draken. And while many of your teammates got stronger, you also ended up washing ashore on this lonely island.
I'm gonna never know if I did another episode today. It'd be 13 and then really an odd number.
You found your way to a mysterious new island known only to you as the Forgotten Village. As you look out over the sea to the east, you can see the mainland and the Elderwood Forest in the distance.
Anyway, let's focus
in
on
the
the
west,
episode.
there are a number of small hut-like houses and a giant lighthouse, as well as a radio tower that seems to have seen some better days.
Yeah.
As you walk around the outskirts of this town, you will also notice some long grass inhabited by a few new wild Pokemon that will see you as an intruder to their home
Naturally.
and attack. These Pokemon are actually Pokemon you've seen before. Shrilt is one of them that you can catch here, and then the other is Hermite, a Pokemon you met way back at the beginning of your journey in the hands of Professor Lawrence.
So this is our chance to catch it. Nice.
You might finally be able to catch one and add it to your team, but also you'll be able to catch one with that shields down ability, meaning if its health gets low enough, you will see it in its shields down form.
Oh, wow.
This form is full on an intimidation tactic, losing any sense of physical attack and physical defense and exchanging it for speed and special attack. It's truly very spooky.
Yeah.
This place is the home of Hermite.
Really?
And as well as old Pokemon, there are also, of course, some new wild Pokemon that will appear. First up, we have a Dorsum, the
that's
spinal fluid
cute.
Pokemon.
Ugh,
It's a water type,
that
and it controls
spinal
water
fluid
its body by
Pokemon.
using a nervous system that joins up at its vertebrae. Some people say that this Pokemon's spine is its brain.
What?
If they get caught unaware, they can sometimes dry up on a beach and will appear to just be a collection of bones, but a little water will always bring some life back to them. They know moves like Water Gun and Rock Blast, and they aren't particularly strong, though their bite has some promise. Maybe you should pick one up and add it to your team.
No, thank you.
The other Pokemon you'll find here is Whimper, the scared
kinda
cat
cute.
Pokemon. It's a ghost fairy type, and the
Ghost
stories of
fairy,
Cynthia say that this Pokemon used to live on the mainland until Puff showed up from Norclo and started blowing them around. They live alongside
This
the
is
local
another ghost
Sandy
fairy.
which you can also find here, by the way. And the local Whimper may be on the verge of disappearing completely,
Ooh.
or it may just be that they're very well hidden, being able to make their bodies vanish completely. But on your team, I suspect this Pokemon wouldn't be so afraid.
Oh, another stormer, huh?
Who are
This
you?
village doesn't get visitors anymore. Not since our champion Odias cast me
Really?
out. To take it out on me, I understand. But that monster, to take it out on our whole community because of my actions. Tell me, child, what region do you hail from? Norclo by chance?
Yeah, I'm from Norclo. I am from another region, really.
Interesting. You know, in my younger days, I sailed the world and dreamed of meeting new people in Pokemon. But the Tempest meant that once I left, I couldn't return easily. When I finally settled back home, I saw what the Stormers did. They came and went from this region at their leisure. Pokemon were imported like Puff, and the local Whimper had to scatter here and hide. I prayed to the island's protector spirits, Ocetus, Heliphos, and Gaianis. They showed me how to start a Tempest, how to protect this island from outsiders. I know you think your presence here is no big deal. You're just exploring and taking on the gym challenge. Well, you'll be out of luck. You may go to the radio tower and claim a coin if you'd like, but you'll be claiming it from the floor. The gym is boarded up and empty. If I were you, I'd leave Olympia entirely. Go home before another Tempest begins. Your presence here is a disruption to our way of life. The last man who came here from Norclo caused quite the disruption. By bringing Snebel, he lowered the local Rattaru population. He, like you, seemed so optimistic and kind, but his carelessness led to destruction. I have to travel to Mount Olympia to see Odias. Perhaps he'll actually see reason this time.
Doubt it, considering what he did last time.
Well, that was something. Did he just mention you could go to the gym and pick up a coin for
That's
free?
all I need to do.
Neat. That's something at least. Still, it seems a
Here's
little
my surprise
unfair
at the
of him
gym.
to judge you when you've only just washed up in this town. Still, as you
I'm
travel
sure they got
through
some
this
baggage,
sandy
'cause apparently
town,
he
the
blames
locals look at you
Odias
from
for
a
this
distance.
stuff.
If you try to say hello, they'll back up into their homes and shut the door. Perhaps the best thing would just be to visit the radio tower and just be done with it. There's one more thing, though, that you can find here. As you walk along the beach, you may stub your toe on objects that at first seem like rocks, but on rare occasions are actually fossils of Pokemon that you got washed up here many years ago.
Cool.
The Dome and Helix fossils represent Pokemon that never lived here in the ancient past, but have just through sea currents made their way here. And interestingly, you've
Now
yet
we
to
get
hear
Lord
anything about
Helix.
fossil restoration technology on this island. This island probably doesn't even have that.
Nah.
However, if you have caught the Pokemon Hermite on your journey and you send it out of its Pokeball, it might get very interested in the items in your bag, and you'll realize that the Helix and Dome fossil aren't key items anymore, but instead are evolution items.
Really?
The Dome and the Helix Stone expose either to Hermite and it'll get ready to evolve into one of 2 new Pokemon with a familiar look.
So it could evolve into Kabuto or Ammonite? Except they're ghost types now. Okay, that's cool and creepy.
Introducing Kabutops and Omenstar. If you're a well-traveled trainer, you may have heard of these Pokemon before. These are the recycling Pokemon, and according to the Pokedex, these Pokemon are widely seen to be desecrating fossils of ancient Pokemon. However, as all Pokemon die, the islanders know that this is a form of natural recycling. It's part of the Pokemon ecosystem. Because this Pokemon is a ghost type, it doesn't face the same survival challenges as its past homeowners. This Pokemon is much more concerned with staying out the sunlight, so it's just making use of a resource that Omastar and Kabutops don't need anymore. There are rumors though that this Pokemon is being researched in secret in the Kanto
Wouldn't be
region
shocked.
because of another evolution that it doesn't seem to have access to. It's going to be up to you whether you're going to evolve your Hermite into one of these 2 forms, an attacker or a defensive Pokemon. In fact, if you are walking around with a Kabutops or an Omenstar, the locals might actually look at you a little bit longer before they lock the doors and shut the windows as you pass.
Ooh,
as you walk up to the
creepy
Pokemon Gym/radio tower, you notice that the gym doors are boarded up. There's scaffolding winding all the way up and around, and you're not sure if this tower was ever finished in the first place.
Doubt it.
Or if perhaps it was abandoned
and
during
forgotten
repairs at some point. But the door is barricaded, and the only option to get into this gym is going to be to climb that scaffolding. As you make your way up, the outside of the tower is attacked by ghost Pokemon. Shrilp, Hermite, and Whimper see your ascension, and as twilight begins to fall on this island, time feels like it's moving a little bit differently, and these ghostly Pokemon elevate up to you and attack you. As you get to the higher floors, Corviknight will swoop in from the sky and attack you as well. These are the Pokemon that will attack you in place of the usual gym trainers. Who knows where they are. However, eventually you get high enough up to make your way through an open window on one of the upper floors. You look down into a dark pit. A battlefield many floors down below, dimly lit by candles. You can only really just about make out the shapes of the interior.
what the heck?
What was that? This is a creepy gym, the stuff of nightmares. You can find documents scattered about the place that tell of the Sea Castle, a ship that crashed off the coast during a tempest. The tempest raged for 100 years long and caused the survivors to create the first settlements across Olympia. The tempest raged for 100 years and great chasms opened up in the sea, with an ancient power overflowing out and onto the mainland of Olympia. The survivors of that shipwreck of Sea Castle Town, they worshipped a great statue god that gave them safe passage and protection. The writing is faded. S-Lops? It's too faded to make out exactly what it says. Later scraps of paper around this radio tower tell of civilizations in Olympia dating back thousands of years before the crash of Sea Castle. Another document allows you to update your Pokedex, as it tells that the Sea Castle ship carried a Pokemon called Mimichick, a bird Pokemon that could blend in with the local population and hide within a nest only to dominate it. This registers in your Pokedex as the Pokemon that Cass had before it evolved into Falraptor. It was a Mimichick all along. The final document is a handwritten note from what seems to be thousands of years ago. Most of it is illegible, but you can make out a few phrases that suggest that the stranded people of the Sea Castle battled with the Before people. After peace was made between these two peoples, a hidden temple was created in the sky to the Tempest Pokemon, who became both the protector and prison guard of these people. This is when all on the island were named Solympians. Finally, as you descend to the bottom floor of this gym, you hear a familiar voice.
Little champ.
You.
I see you made it out of the underground tunnels okay then. I left to find help after the dragon attacked and I found this place. This village. It's incredible. I lived in Olympia my entire life and I've not even seen any of this drawn on maps. Yet there's a Pokemon gym here? I think the champion of Dias once considered this gym to be part of the Pokemon League. But how has it been forgotten? Why? I asked Animos about it. Perhaps you met him? He used to be the gym leader here.
Really? They never gave it a name. Do you mean that person that lived to see Odysseus?
He despaired for his forgotten people who had been left behind from the rest of Olympia. But they were being punished for his actions. He told me when he battled that he was responsible for the last Tempest, the storm I grew up in. For the last 10 years, it's been calm and peaceful. But then you showed up, and Team Snooze? You claiming yourself to be a champion? Plus all of them with their Snooze Land nonsense? And now, the dragon stirs and the storms are raging all over. It's Olympia saying no! No, Stormer, stay out! This is my home, my island! I earned my coin from Animos, and you haven't! If you want to get to Mount Olympia like me, then you'll have to earn it too! If you want this coin, you'll have to battle the lost gym leader. Me! Gym leader Cass!
And here
That's
we
a
go.
twist.
Cass is off and ready to battle. It looks like Cass is our 5th gym battle.
Go, Hypnotrist!
First up, it's a Hypnotrist.
Don't see a
This
rival
Pokemon took me by
as a
surprise
gym
last
leader,
time.
except for
With its
like
graphed
Blue
out
and
typing, it has some
Gen
tricky
2
moves
and
new abilities, and it's not even the only
I
hypnotic
forget
Pokemon
the
on
right
team.
one of the rival
Hopefully
of
one of your
Black
newly
and White
evolved
1
Pokemon can
coming
take
back
it
in
out.
Black and
And
White
maybe
2.
by now you even have a Hypnotic. whose
Even though
bug
those
moves can deal
technically
4
don't
times
count, but
damage.
also technically do. It's complicated.
Though Hypnotic won't be any good against her next Pokemon.
Go, Hypnotic!
Yes, it looks like this gym is not sticking to a single type.
Nope.
Hypnotic is
Which are
bug
like she
flying,
doesn't.
And if you're using one, then they'll swoop down on each other. And I guarantee hers is faster. No matter what starter you pick, though, you'll have a Pokemon here who's ready to deal heavy damage using flying, rock, or fire moves to
Yeah, because they
Hypnotic,
probably
so it's
learned
no problem.
how to deal with it by now.
Next up, it's a new Pokemon, a regional variation.
Really.
I evolved this one when I battled against Animos. I choose you! Tridoom!
Tridoom.
Tridoom is
What
a
the?
powerful fire ghost regional evolution found
It's got
only
the
here in
Cerberus
Olympia.
horn.
It is
The
the
head
loyal
things. That's
Pokemon. If
awesome.
you caught your Houndour back in Rumbletown, you might have one yourself by now. Its new main move is this move called Ghost Tri-Flame, and this move hits 3 times and is both Ghost and Fire type,
That's awesome.
making it strong against a much wider range of enemies. Its Pokédex entry reads that best friends for life isn't enough for Tridoom. After its owner passes into the next world, Houndoom will evolve to keep their trainers company, no matter where they are.
But I'm not dead yet.
To outmaneuver this Pokemon. It's somewhere in your team, even if Tridoom takes out a few of your Pokemon in the process.
Beat our water type. Then again, it's gone through 2 battles in a row. It's probably gotten weakened by now.
You're not ready for this. My starter is finally at their full strength. Go now, my mighty Obelisk!
Whoa.
Oh, okay, here we go. Obelisk is the false truth Pokemon.
False
this
truth?
dragon type is monstrous.
There's a lot of
indeed.
new Pokemon
Said
here.
to be born of an invasive species, no one's quite sure where it originated from. And its ancestry doesn't
how
appear
big
to go
this
back
thing
any
is.
further than when humans first arrived in Olympia. This Pokemon has an unbelievably wide move pool. Knowing Outrage, Dark Pulse, Sludge Bomb, and Glare, it is a brutal Pokemon. And to battle it, it holds nothing back.
Yeah.
The chances that you would have found a Mimichick instead of a Capon are so low on Route 1, but it is possible that you could have one by now. Your odds would have been about as low as shiny odds, but realistically, an Obelisk is the best weapon against an Obelisk. Certainly, a Scraptor just wouldn't leave a scratch.
No.
They would be far too terrified to take it on. This Pokemon is this region's pseudo-legendary, and for a 5th gym, it's gonna make
Of course,
it a
it's the
tough
dragon
battle.
type.
But you have your fully evolved
It's
starter
like
and a range of
9 out of
powerful
10
Pokemon,
times if it's a
so you should be
pseudo-legendary,
able
it's
to
a
take it down with
dragon.
a final attack that blasts open the barricaded front door of the gym, letting the moonlight spill in.
Whoa, that last attack. You blew open the gym doors. That was truly intense. I see now. I'm truly not ready as a gym leader. Still, that just means my destiny lies out there, and not in here. No, it lies up there. Mount Olympia. I see. You Stormers changed everything. And what Animos is planning to do, well, I support it. And I bet he may need my help too. I'm sorry, but you will always be a Stormer to me. I did think that maybe you weren't so bad, though. That maybe you're not like the others. And maybe you're not, but the others are. As long as there's people like Team Snooze, this island is not safe from outsiders.
I'm not part of Team Snooze, though.
Change the world I live in. What the island has now is beautiful. It shouldn't be desecrated by those from the outside. I don't know how much the champion values my love for tradition. I don't even think the champion cares if you have this or not. But here.
Whoa, she just tossed your way an old rusted coin, the Shadow Coin.
Thanks. Looks like a giant mouth in a way.
You now have 5 gym coins. The champion mentioned that you may only need 7 to complete the gym challenge, but this one is so rusty. I wonder if it even counts.
It doesn't even look rusty.
Stormer,
It's silver.
I'm heading off. Surfing west will take me back to the Elderwood Forest.
Then again, he
I
didn't
read
say
a
it was
story about a hidden
7
temple
or
around there.
8.
That's where Animos is
As in,
going
he
before
almost
climbing
barely
Mount Olympia.
forgot
And that's where I need to
the
be too.
8th gym
Good luck,
existed.
Stormer.
This
You won this
one.
battle for now, but you won't win the war. I swear it.
And with that, she's gone. There is no Pokemon Center here on this island, so perhaps your best option is to just stay in this gym for the rest of the night and let your team rest up. The ghost
Makes
Pokemon of the
sense.
gym have dispersed, and so this is probably your best bet before journeying out in the morning. It looks like you have a full Pokemon journey ahead of you, but still, that's all we have time for today in this episode of
Lots of new
Pokemon
Pokemon in
Tempest.
this one. Lots of
Pokemon
cool
Masters, if
reveals.
you'd like a full map of this mysterious
It's all really
island,
cool
then you
to
should
check out.
the mysterious island poster.
So yeah.
It's available on my merch store.